This is a sham committee that's just politically driven by Speaker Pelosi. When we proposed to do a commission back in January, she said no, she just wanted to make it political. At no time in the history of a select committee in America, and I checked with the historian, has what Speaker Pelosi done ever happened before. The idea that she's going to pick and choose, you're not going to get an outcome.
Well, that, of course, is Republican Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy denouncing Nancy Pelosi for removing Republican Congressmen Jim Jordan and Jim Banks from the political hit job of a select committee investigating January 6th. Nancy Pelosi has now made it known for all the world to see. She wants to be the only member of Congress to have a say in anything. Ladies and gentlemen, she has hijacked the House of Representatives. And if Democrats are honest with themselves, they will call for her removal. We know that won't happen, though, because House Democrats, all of them really, are just as partisan and devious as she is.
Staff is being hired to do the job. We're there to seek the truth. We're there to get the truth, not to get Trump. TRU, truth. Trump. That seems to be what the other side is obsessed with.
She's been hanging out with Joe Biden too long. That doesn't even make sense, truth, Trump. Except that President Trump speaks the truth, and Jim Jordan and Jim Banks would have gotten to the truth. That's why they don't want them on this committee. The truth is actually what she is so afraid of here. It is the only way to explain why she does not want Jordan and Banks on the committee. Well, joining me now to discuss all of this is Congressman Devin Nunes, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, it is great to have you back on the program.
Hey, Grant. Thanks for having me again, as always.
Well, what do you make of Nancy Pelosi today? She's not backing down, even though she's taking heat from all over the place on this.
Well, you know, it's funny what you said there when I was watching that clip. I had not seen that clip, but I did. Immediately, I said, "Whoa, that looks like Biden." That was the first thought I had. But thank you for covering this, because what happened yesterday, I just want every American to understand this, never happened in the history of the United States of America, where you take and the majority party decides what committees the minority party is going to be on. Never once. She's done so many nutty things throughout her career. She's done tremendous damage to the American people, to my home state of California. But what she pulled yesterday was the final straw in her long effort, seeming like she's gone totally nuts, losing her mind, and now she's completely collapsed the institution. Yeah. This was really the final straw, I think, for many of us.
Look, I can admit I'm about as partisan as it gets, but if I was a congressman, I would never, ever come up with the idea that Democrats couldn't have anybody on the committee, or even whoever their leader wanted them to have on the committee. But she defends it. Listen to this soundbite from Nancy Pelosi.
This is deadly serious. This is about our Constitution. It's about our country. It's an assault on the Capitol that is being mischaracterized for some reason at the expense of finding the truth for the American people.
You know, I can't even watch, Congressman, because she wants to talk about the truth. It's hogwash.
Well, look, and let's just go back. We have all kinds of committees around here. We have lots of staff around here. The Senate, which is in a 50-50 split right now, not exactly an example of efficiency. They've already had 2 committees, bipartisan, put out 2 reports that were largely accepted as, okay, it looks like we got to the bottom of this. So she's spent 6 months doing absolutely nothing other than to just try to politicize this. That's why, my recommendation from the beginning of this to the leadership was that we should not participate, because she's only playing a game. But I will tell you, I'm glad that this happened, because the American people, and I think a lot of Republicans, needed to see just how far she will go with her drunkenness to get power. It's drunkenness, and it's dangerous. And like I said, I don't want to. This is unprecedented. This is the worst thing she has ever done, and she's done a lot of really bad things.
Well, add Democrats to see this as well, because I do believe somewhere across the country there's got to be some reasonable Democrats out there to think this is insanity. Now, she's offering up that she's going to put Adam Kinzinger along with Liz Cheney, two Republicans that have turned their backs on the Republican Party, on all of you in the House. I've called that they should be stripped of all of their committee assignments. Is there any chance Republicans get together and say, you know what, Kinzinger, you know what, Liz Cheney, you're done on committees. You don't represent us anymore.
If we remove them, it doesn't stop Pelosi from putting them back on. I mean, because we're in uncharted territory where Pelosi's just deciding where every member gets to sit on the committee. So I don't know, Grant. I understand your frustration. Those members should not serve on that committee. Look, I even heard a crazy story today that she was talking about bringing in retired members of Congress and put them on the select committee. That would be something entirely new. Yeah, I mean, so we're just in uncharted territory right now. I think the best thing that can happen is for everybody to know that this is not how you're supposed. The minority is supposed to be represented in the United States government. It's not how the legislative process works. And she's a lame duck speaker that's totally lost her mind, and she needs to be removed once and for all. And it's up to the American people to do that next year.
The wheels are off. There's no doubt about it. Look. I know they don't like you, Devin Nunes. I know they don't like Jim Jordan, but guess what? You're welcome on this program anytime. We love you, brother. We really do, and I appreciate you fighting up there. We need more like you.
Hey, I'm glad it worked out, and as you know, I'll come on anytime you need me.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. All right.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.